Happy New Year for 2019. Like my new headphones. I get it. I'm not having a gaming headset, but these do just fine. It's always a great time to start anew, especially since this decade is coming to an end. That's right, after 2019, we will not be in the 2010s, we'll be in the 2020s. Before I begin my New Year's resolutions for 2019, let's look back at how I did on the New Year's resolutions of 2018. Number one, never let any piece of news or anything I see on any media affect my behavior. Well, I've done better with the way I react to movie company mergers, and I've also done better to avoid people who go in front of the cameras or recorders and force people to agree with something that I don't, or else I'll die. I took that New Year's resolution because I often read these comments from highly praised media people in an angry cartoon character's voice, whether they sound like that or not. I think angry cartoon character because thanks to the exaggerated faces of emotions on the cartoon character's face, I have learned how they feel and what emotions I should supposed to be expressing in certain situations. My progress on this resolution is 75%. I still have trouble here, but it can be improved. Even when the situation I'm seeing on the TV is entirely fictional. Number 2. Successfully perseverate on software engineering and doing my job well. Nothing else. The progress on this resolution is in fact 100%. Yay! Thanks to some management changes at the Home Depot, now that you know I work there, and a change in my work habits, I have found favor in the eyes of both my former manager and my new manager. Thanks to some constructive criticism from my former manager, I have changed my work habits and as a result had a positive mid-year self-review and have won 3 Homer Awards. Part of this resolution was a sub-resolution, Learn React Redux. I have, and I intend to use that skill to my career advantage. Number 3, work hard to better understand appropriate social behavior so I can interact with my peers on an adult level. This one is more along the lines of 50%. I believe that I'm getting better socially interacting with the community by doing some of these speeches and by interacting with my coworkers in a professional manner. Yet I sometimes stumble on social habits at work, and I still can't get the right social skills to start a relationship with a woman, even though I am getting there. No matter what happens, I can be sure that I'll come across as more respectable in 2019 than I was in 2018. Now for the New Year's resolutions of 2019. Like last year, I have some private New Year's resolutions, and it will be the same this year. Number 1. Learn Cassandra. Now that I'm progressing along as a good employee of the Home Depot, I would like to learn another computer skill alongside React and Redux. Cassandra. Cassandra is a NoSQL database backend that powers many of the Fortune 500 digital companies, such as Apple, Cisco, Netflix, and Reddit. Having this skill will make me a much more valuable employee at the Home Depot. Number 2. Do not believe anyone who says you will die at a specific date and time or year, or anyone who says they can predict your death date. Why is this important? It all started when the UN released a report saying that we have 12 years to save the planet from overheating. Being a guy who takes everything both literally and irrationally, I assumed the UN predicted my future and that they suddenly became God and directly told me that I would die on January the 1st, 2030 or December 31st, 2030. I shouldn't believe them because there is only one thing in the whole universe that knows when I will die, and that is the Lord God Almighty. This does not mean live every day like it was my last. This means that I should live a good lifestyle that is not only healthy, but also glorifying to God. The virtues of grace, humility, servant leadership, kindness, gentleness, and many others exemplified in the person of Jesus Christ should be how I live, and I will be rewarded. As for health, number 3, get the same blood work results in 2019 as I did in 2018. I have 2 blood work appointments coming up in 2019, one this January, another in late May 2019. I get blood work to check on 3 things in my body: triglycerides, HDLs, and LDLs. Any one of those values not in the recommended number after the survey, I need to change my lifestyle. On my father's side of the family, I run the risk of high cholesterol and the slight chance of being a diabetic. By cutting out sugars and starches, along with moving my body more, I can make the levels of triglycerides, HDLs, and LDLs normal. It's obviously not so much my weight as it is what I do to take care of myself. Throughout almost all of 2018, I've been buying food at the perimeter of the store in the organic section and Whole Foods. I plan to continue that trend in 2019. Someone at work told me that her husband had bought food at the perimeter of the store and lost 62 pounds in a year. Just tonight, I took a walk with my dad, which is always pleasant. Walking up the stairs is also a good idea. Doing that can help massively. Quantity control is responsible for about 80% of weight loss, according to my dad. I know, man, these holidays like Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas all contribute to weight gain. Around Christmas, based on the weight gain, I began obsessing over the word pig, as in the animal that eats and eats on a farm. Dad tells me I'm doing so many of the right things, and that I'm not a pig. Really, Dad? I don't want to die from excess blood sugars. Number 4, buy and build an NAS, or Network Attached Storage. You see, I want to expand my storage beyond what my computer has and preserve much of my data that I have been generating, including high-quality original camera negatives that come from my phone or any other camera that serves as my main camera. To get me started, I would like to buy a 4-bay NAS, load each bay with a 4 terabyte hard drive, and combine that, create a total of 16 terabytes as my storage. It can also serve as your own personal cloud storage, and it can be powerful enough to stream and access all your files on the go on any network. Having this capacity will be able to make preserving very sensitive private data much easier and hassle-free. I don't want anyone stealing all my private data, and there are even people out there who can hack into Google Drive. So having this extra storage at home will be crucial to the creation of any top-secret projects that need to be protected thanks to a non-disclosure agreement that prevents the public from viewing any of these files. What if I was working on the next big Marvel movie and Marvel did not want any of the footage or dailies leaking out to the public, the kind that gives away spoilers? I need secure offline storage for my home, and an NAS is a surefire bet. I do have a makeshift solution on my Odroid C2, but to make all the difference, I'll need a dedicated NAS, and the budget to get what I want could run close to $1,000. Better start saving up. Okay, so those are my New Year's resolutions. Happy New Year, everybody. Hey, it's 2019. I better look out for applicants. Well, it's too bad they won't live, but then again, who does?